So it's update time on my major curves, the MC pills. I've been talking about these for close to a year. I would say about 10 months, 9-10 months now. I've been on these little pills, and basically the main ingredient in these pills is Kacip Fatimah. The whole reason why I've taken these so long is because it says if you take them for over 6 months that any type of tightening that you experience will be permanent. Now it's way over 6 months. I kind of lost track of time, and I've just been buying a new bottle like once every month. There are 60 tablets in a bottle, and so usually I take about 2 a day. If you're just starting out taking these and you want to kind of speed up your results, I would definitely say, you know, take 3 a day. Some people actually do that. Like, they've left reviews of, like, you know, just speeding it up and getting to their desired goal quicker. These are used by women who have like urinary incontinence, women who kind of have issues with like feeling their partner during intimacy. Usually this is after something traumatic, like giving birth to a very large baby, like a 9 or 10 pound baby, or, you know, any issues, or especially with I don't want to say womb atrophy, but just where the muscles down there just aren't as strong. These pills are recommended. Now, I got put onto these because I started taking a tea. This is a tea blend, and I started this 10 months ago. And so basically the tea blend is just the Kacip Fatimah, so the Liposomal Pamela, those are both the same thing, and this tea is just for healthy sexual reproductive system. So basically it helps with vaginal dryness, hormonal imbalance, which is huge for me. I have a lot of hormonal imbalances, vaginal toning, libido enhancement, so basically just getting the engine up and running, though not a lot of people need help with that. Abdominal muscle toning, and balancing the pH of your vagina. So there's a whole lot going on in this tea, and all it is Kacip Fatimah. That's all. So Liposomal Pamela, Kacip Fatimah, that's all. The issue is there's 14 tea bags. A tea bag will probably make 2 to 3 cups of tea. So you could probably steep this for a few minutes, take out the bag, reuse the bag, you know, the next day, and get, you know, 1 or 2 cups of, you know, a full strength tea, you know, out of one bag. But still, it's only 14 bags, and the thing, I think it's about $35 to $40. So I was looking for an easier way to get my Kacip Fatimah, the most cost-effective way, I guess you could say. And so that's what got me into these pills. Now, if you're buying the MC curves, obviously it's not just the Kacip Fatimah. It is also something called Kacip. Kacip, I mean, you can find some information on the herb, but it's not like the main star of the show. I don't think a lot of people like pay a lot of attention to making sure that that herb is in there. Like, basically people just want it for the Kacip Fatimah, and yeah, I just read everything that it does. I mean, from vaginal dryness to hormonal imbalance to toning to libido enhancement to abdominal muscle toning, even in like your small, you know, the small of your stomach, which usually for most women it's hard to get that area nice and tight. Like, this is a lot, and it balances your vagina's pH balance. So this is like, you know, I mean, a super herb, and I wanted to try it out. So basically, if you try this for 6 months, everything that happens is supposed to, you know, basically be permanent. I don't know if that it means, well, honestly, since this one is only marketed as a tightening pill, it says nothing about toning your abs, says nothing about balancing your pH. I'm just assuming that when they say it's basically going to be permanent, that they just mean just for your vagina. Now, since I never had an issue with not being able to feel my partner, or just atrophy of those muscles, or even gosh, what is a prolapse? Like, there's uterine and there's womb prolapse. Since I've never had those issues, I can't speak on that. But if you go and look up reviews for this right now, there's a lot of women who are going through that, who are legit using this to help tighten up those muscles because they, you know, they have an issue that they've seen a doctor for, and they're pretty much trying to do everything that they can. So, I mean, if it works for them, I mean, I would just say that it works. If you don't have that issue, it's going to be hard for you to be able to say if it works. So I can't really speak on it, but I stuck it out and I used it for, gosh, almost 10 months. And so I would say people will see the biggest difference within the first 3 to 4 weeks. That's when you'll start seeing, like, you know, all the change if you're taking it every day. And I definitely do recommend it. We can't all take the tea, because for some people it'll be cheaper to just buy the pills than to take the tea. I can take 2 of these pills for 30 days and yeah, only pay, I don't know how much this is, I think $25 or $30, but I mean, sometimes that's easier than only getting 14 tea bags. I just stopped taking them this week and nothing's happened. I haven't noticed a difference. So yeah, I have had friends who have tried these and who have said, especially if they had issues with their partner having, basically their partner not being able to maintain their erection for a long time, like they did say this helped. Just by them, the female taking this, it did help them basically pleasure their partner quicker. And so, yeah. I think most women, like, you kind of like want to like take your partner's soul, so it's like anything you can do to give you like a one-up, like to just make you better, most people are just willing to do it. So I mean, that alone is a good reason to take this. But obviously the abdominal toning, the vaginal pH balancing, and the hormonal balance like that you get from taking this herb, like I think that's enough incentive to just go for it and do it. So now that I'm not going to be buying these anymore, just so I can see if this is truly permanent, I guess like maybe once a week I'll try the tea. Like I said, it doesn't make sense for me to drink the same tea every single day. Tea isn't that cheap, but yeah, I guess I'm kind of done. This experiment is kind of just done, and we'll just see what happens from there. I did want to talk about, for those who are worried about uterine or womb prolapse, or if you're having incontinence, urinary incontinence, if you feel like you're not able to feel your partner, or just for those people who are like learning to do new things like squirt, or you want multiple orgasms, Kegels and Kegel straightening obviously are amazing. And there's lots of different things that you can buy. Weighted balls, or you could get the those little eggs. It's like a crystal egg. I'm trying to think what it's called, but there's just lots of things you could do to help. You know, the issue with just like doing Kegels, especially if it's with something like, I don't know, something like, you know, a little ball, is that often you're trying to build up the muscle. And so if I were to try to build up, you know, this muscle here, and I'm just like doing curls, you know, I can do as many curls as I want. The muscle's probably not going to get that large until I start doing like dumbbell curls or using a weight. And so if you're using weight down there, that will help. And I think the biggest question is, okay, so how do I use weights down there? Like, how do my, you know, vagina muscles basically do curls? And the easy answer would be like something called like a Kegel Master, which is a device that you do put inside of you, just like you would a Benoit ball or one of those lotus eggs. You'd put it inside of you, and basically you use your Kegel muscles to close this device. And so the device is kind of expensive. Like, you can buy Benoit balls, or you can buy the crystal little eggs, the lotus eggs, for like $30 to $40. Something like the Kegel Master is over $100. But it is surgical grade plastic, and it was designed by a female doctor for the issues of strengthening the Kegel muscles, helping women with uterine prolapse, as well as a urinary incontinence, and even just the women who aren't having, who aren't able to feel their partner anymore during intercourse because they have some type of trauma down there, just multiple children, whatever it might be. So I did finally break down and buy it, and I think I definitely bought it probably in January or December, and I've been using it on and off. It's best to do at least 3 or 4 workouts a week, so it'd be for 10 minutes and you're doing about 90 Kegels. So within this 10 minutes you're doing 90 Kegels using this device, and this device goes up to 8 pounds. So it's 8 pounds of pressure, 8 pounds of weight that nothing but your Kegel muscles are closing. And so it looks like this, which is, it's pretty scary. It's scary looking. Obviously it goes inside of you, and it can't go any further than this, thankfully. So you could even just like stop here, put this much inside of you. But basically it has springs in it. You can take out the springs. So if you put all 4 springs in, which I have all 4 springs in right now, then when you unscrew this, it starts to open. Basically, the only thing from keeping this completely, because this is open inside of you, the only thing from keeping this from being completely open inside of you are your Kegel muscles. So your Kegel muscles, like this is 8 pounds of pressure. Your Kegel muscles are able to keep this closed because that's how strong they are, and you're able to flex them, and then you're able to ease up. So when you're doing the Kegel, the most important part of contracting that muscle and tightening it is releasing. A Kegel isn't a Kegel unless you're tightening, holding for 10 seconds, and then releasing. Tightening, and so, when you do that, obviously when you release, you can't release all the way. I mean, I'm sorry, no one's, I don't know, maybe some people down there can open this hard. But most people, you're basically just controlling this with your Kegel muscles, and this, even with my hand, is hard to do. My fingers aren't that strong. This is 8 pounds of pressure right now because I have all of the springs inside. If you want me to talk more about this, I will, but basically I bought it because sitting there doing Kegels, contracting, releasing, that can only do so much. Like that does as much as sitting here and doing curls with no weight. You know what I mean? So if you wanted to do something where you could actively watch your progress and see how you're getting better doing a Kegel, how do you know if you're doing better? Like, you really don't. With this, you start off with 1 little spring, which gives you about maybe a pound of weight, and then you can go up to 4. And the way you put the springs in here, the way they're arranged, will also increase how much pressure you're getting, which also increases, how well you're doing. Obviously you would not buy this and put all the springs in there and think that you're going to be able to do a Kegel and apply 8 pounds of force using nothing but your vagina muscles. Like, it's not going to happen. You're going to start off on 1, and then you're going to work your way up, and that's how you're going to know that you're making progress and that they're getting stronger. And so that's exactly what I did, and I've had it for a while now. And sometimes I feel like I go weeks without using it. It is one of those things where I would say definitely do 3 or 4 times a week. Some people do it every day, but if you think about what makes your muscles grow, especially like for your butt, I don't do squats every day to grow my muscles. Obviously sometimes that hurts people. That makes your muscles grow even slower because you're not giving them time to kind of like recuperate and to heal. So it's the same thing with like doing, weights with your vagina. Like, you have to give it, time to work. I need to stop itching. My skin is so itchy, it's peeling. But yeah, if you guys want me to make a separate video on using it and all that, then I will, because it is a lot of information. It definitely is, I mean, it's kind of a scary product. Like, you could really hurt yourself using this. So anyways, we'll just leave that there. I don't want to make this video too long. My battery just ran out, so I had to replace it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave them down below. Like I said, I'll make another video talking specifically about the Kegel Master, but obviously I wanted just to update everyone on the MC Curls or MC Curves brand tightening pills, which have the Kacip Fatimah. That's the only reason why I was using it, because I had first started off on this Sacral Balance Tea, which has Kacip Fatimah, and I was just looking for a more cost-effective way of getting that herb, because it's very, very, very important for, you know, just sexual reproductive health. And yeah, I'm all about that, and anything with balancing my hormones and just all the benefits that come with that. So I guess I will see you guys in my next video.